Hi, my name is Michael Soniker, and this is my recording for my final project. Real quick, I'll just scroll through the document. I'm not going to read through the whole thing because that would take about 10 minutes, but um, here are my problem questions. What is evangelism? How should we as Christians intentionally start and lead impactful gospel conversations? How should we as Christians disciple other Christians? And here are my learning objectives. Students will be able to summarize in an oral exam evangelism and discipleship. Students will demonstrate their understanding by practicing on one another the key steps of an effective and impactful gospel conversation. And students will apply the evangelism and discipleship teachings by acting on them and intentionally seeking and leading gospel conversations with lost people and discipling one another. This will be measured by an end-of-course supervised door-to-door evangelism activity, and upon completion of the activity, students will be asked to analyze and evaluate one another. Real quick, here's the technology that I'll be using. I'll be using Zoom, just like I'm recording this now. And then I'll also be able to provide visual aids for any students who have hearing loss. And of course, for students with vision impairment, there will be an audio component. I'll be reading the instruction to them. All students will be required to have access to a computer or phone and a stable internet connection for the purpose of attending the one-time, 1-hour Zoom lecture and for the transfer of files if necessary. My instruction is about what is evangelism, about an evangelism tool called Sharing Jesus 101, and about what is discipleship. So that's my instruction. Real quick, I'll talk about how I created it. So throughout my ID classes so far, I've employed critical thinking and analysis to apply my learning to my current job and my future career in ministry. For this assignment, I decided to take a tool called Share Jesus 101. I'll have it pulled up over here. I decided to take this tool that I created a year ago before going on mission. This tool is an evangelism tool that I designed based on my learning at the time of the 3 circles, who's your one, and share Jesus without fear. So for this course, I set out to design an instruction around Share Jesus 101. I added onto it with my recent studies on evangelism and discipleship per my mentorship under the senior pastor at my church. How it connects to a learning theory. This assignment uses some behavioralism in the sense that students will be evaluated at the end of the course for a graded score, but this instruction relies mostly on the constructivist learning theory and project-based learning. Students are encouraged and led to discuss and practice with one another the evangelism and discipleship terms and tools taught throughout the instruction. The constructivist theory is all about building the community and communication between students and encouraging critical thinking that motivates students to introspection and further study. This instruction is instructor-led and guided, and the outcome is determined by the instructor, which is where project-based learning comes in. What I've learned this semester. This quarter, I've taken ID1 and learning theory. I've learned more about the analysis and design stages of ADDIE, and I've learned the differences between behavioralism, cognitivism, constructivism, project-based learning, and problem-based learning. I've been led to think critically about the K-12 systems, heavy use and reliance on behavioralism. My greatest takeaway has been getting to put together a book of ID tools for my use when working on ID assignments. I have a few different sheets in here. Most of these came from the book, and some of them came from the videos we did and the presentations. But I put this book together for my use when working on ID assignments and in future jobs with instructional design. In this book, I already have a detailed list of questions and steps to complete a needs assessment, create instructional goals, create learning objectives, work through each step of ADDIE, determine the best learning theory to employ for different situations, and how to build a proper and effective learning environment. I've already made great use of this book with working on some redesign and re-strategizing of the campus ministry when we kick back off in this upcoming fall. So that is my final project for this class. And I talked about how I created this project, how it connects to a learning theory, and what I've learned this semester. Thank you for watching.